today just wanted to do a check-in on the progress of the wine slash cider. Some people call it wine, some people call it cider. I'm a beginner at this, so I know I'm making alcohol, but anyway, and in an easy way. So I just want to give you an update of what's going on, and today I'm going to rack the wine cider. But first, check out this beautiful day in Alabama. Blue skies. I need to get outside and be doing something. Since there isn't a brew supply store near me, I ordered from homebrewsupply.com. So far I've been happy with them. They're pretty quick about getting stuff out. And anyway, and they write you little love letters at the bottom. But so what I got in this shipment is, I ordered my yeast from them also, but some corks. I've got the airlocks, but these will fit a gallon carboy, a gallon jug. And then here's this racking wand, I suppose that's called, and some tubing. So basically this we use to suck the settled, well, everything but the settled material from the bottom. That's the goal anyway. And then through the tubing and into another container, which I'm actually going to use a bucket, and then probably back into the glass jug that it's in. So here we go. Okay, and I also got the Sanitizing to sanitize those materials, tubing and all that stuff that I'll be using, and the bucket that I'm going to dump the wine cider into, and also the hydrometer and just anything like that. But it's called sanitizing. It's not sterilizing. A lot of times we say sterilize, but we are sanitizing when we do this. That's why it's called SaniClean. But anyway, I also got this, like I said, at homebrewsupply.com. But of course, if you have a local store near you that sells these things, please go there. Support local businesses. But like I said, I don't have one nearby, so homebrewsupply.com is an option. Alright, so this stuff says that you need 1 ounce per 3 gallons. So since I have a 5-gallon bucket here, I'm going to do 1.5 ounces and just not fill it up quite all the way, but I will splash the sides, so no worries. Alright, there's 1 ounce, then squeeze, 1/2 ounce. Okay, and I'm gonna add my water. Alright, filling her up. Alright, so after the suds have settled, that's what it looks like, and this stuff will all go for a bath. Make sure that it gets all down in this good. Alright, so here are these guys after a few weeks. So basically they just, I had to burp these, they got huge. They had to be burped every day for probably at least a week. But you can see there are no more bubbles forming in here. So, I mean, pretty much all of the fermentation process, the yeast is all done probably. But I'm still going to put airlocks on them after I rack it. I probably should have racked it a little sooner, but had to wait for the stuff to come in. But you can see like all of the yeast settle down there at the bottom. This one's actually the most clear, this one the second clear, and this one you can see is a little more cloudy, but not sure why that is. But that's what I've gotten so far. So anyway, yeah, I'll show some pictures of how these looked like a few hours after starting and then a day after, the balloons and everything, so you can see how quickly the yeast started producing gas. Okay, so it's been 3 minutes of contact time and this stuff. It says to assemble some of this wet to minimize contamination, so, and then let it air dry. Alright, so I got all this stuff drying out on some clean towels. Dump the stuff in the buckets. And then we'll be good to go. Alright, so putting the wand down in there, keeping it above the yeast line down there. Here we go. Okay, so got the suction going. Down the tubing. Into the bucket. And this is the first one. Okay, so now pouring it back in with a homemade funnel that has also been sanitized. Pouring it back into the same bottle. So for those of y'all who are not familiar with how airlocks work, they go into the cork part here, and then you fill it up with water. So the little inside part here is covered with water, the bottom of it, like that. So basically gas escapes up through here and then bubbles up, and it is able to escape below here without letting anything get into your wine and contaminate it. So, but you can also use a balloon like we did to start with. It's just, you know, these are a little bit fancier. Alright, so here's one that's been racked. You can see you're going to take some losses when you rack wine. It's just the way that it is. But anyway, so this is probably done with everything it's going to do, but putting the airlock on it just in case. And now hopefully some more of that will settle out. Alright, so here's batch 2 of the bucket. Pretty sure it's vinegar. Tastes like vinegar. So anyway, gonna keep going, hoping number 3 is a good batch. And that's the last batch. So I made vinegar, 3 gallons of it. Anyway, this has been a good learning process. It looks like from my research that acetic acid causes the wine to turn into vinegar, and apparently it's from a bacteria, produced from bacteria that's on everything. So, saying as I didn't really have much touching anything in the wine, I don't think it was from lack of sanitation, but that could be one cause. I think not having airlocks and having to burp the balloons added oxygen into it, that could have caused it. Also, I read that maybe having too much head space, so the space between the liquid and the top, you want to have enough to when it like bubbles up when it's fermenting that it doesn't, you know, spew out, or it has enough room to do that. But maybe I had a little bit too much, and then also I let it sit with the yeast in it for a long time. I should have racked it a lot sooner than I did, so maybe that also would have something to do with it. But anyway, gonna try it again and try to change some of those things and see what happens. But also I would recommend making sure that you have enough like funnels. If you do 3 different batches, have enough funnels. I only had 1, so I had to sanitize everything in between each thing, which since it's vinegar, I don't know that it really matters. But if it had in fact made a good wine, then you know it would have just been more time consuming. So have enough of the tubing, enough, I was calling it a wand, I guess I like Harry Potter, I can't help it, but have enough of the racking canes and things like that. So, and ladies, put your hair up before you start, because I washed my hands and got everything ready, and then I was like, oh, my hair's everywhere, and you don't want to add that into your wine. Nobody wants to drink hair. So anyway, that's just some thoughts, and if y'all have any other ideas, like I said, I am very much a beginner at this. I've made some wine a long time ago with blueberries and some muscadines, but and that actually turned out pretty well. So I don't know what I did this time, but anyway, this is the first time I tried a store-bought juice. So, but it seems fairly simple, not having to deal with the fruit and everything. But anyway, guess what? I have vinegar. I use apple cider vinegar all the time anyway, so perfect. You know, it's awesome to use for so many different things. So I'm not really upset about that. But anyway, gonna have to do take 2. Okay, so I am here at Amicalola State Park, and I am about to hike the approach trail. Just weighed my pack in and signed the